In the beginning, before the sound of wind or the warmth of sunlight, before mountains rose or oceans heaved, there was only formless emptiness. Darkness covered the face of the deep, and the world as we know it did not yet exist. But over that deep and silent nothingness, the Spirit of God moved, stirring the waters, ready to bring forth life and order. Then God spoke. With a word that hung in the void and shattered the darkness, he said, "Let there be light." And light burst forth, streaming and radiant, chasing away the shadows. God saw the light, and it was good. He set a boundary between the light and the darkness, calling the light day and the darkness night. Evening faded, morning dawned, and the first day came to be. On the second day, God spoke again. "Let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water." So God made the sky, a vast expanse stretching above, dividing the waters below from those above. He called the vault heaven, or sky, and again, evening passed and morning arrived, marking the second day. On the third day, God called forth the gathered waters below the sky to come together in one place, that dry ground might appear. And so it was. God named the dry land earth, and the gathered waters he called seas. Beneath the new sky, land rose and oceans were calm to their boundaries. God looked upon what he had made and saw that it was good. But the land was still barren, so God spoke once more. "Let the earth bring forth vegetation, seed-bearing plants, fruit trees of every kind, each yielding fruit with seeds in it, each according to its own kind." And the earth obeyed. Green shoots broke through the soil, spreading across the land. Trees stood tall, laden with fruit, and grasses covered the meadows. Color and fragrance swept over the earth, life unfurling at God's command. He saw that it was good. Evening passed, morning broke, and the third day was complete. On the fourth day, God set new wonders in place. He said, "Let there be lights in the sky to separate day from night, to mark seasons, days, and years, to shine upon the earth." And so God made the two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He set the sun to blaze in the heavens and placed the moon among the stars, to soften the darkness with its gentle glow. He scattered the stars across the vast sky, countless and beautiful, each in its course. God saw that the lights were good, and as evening faded and morning returned, the fourth day came to an end. On the fifth day, the voice of God called the waters and the sky to teem with life. "Let the waters abound with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the vault of the sky." The seas churned with new life, fish of every kind, from tiny darting minnows to great whales gliding through the depths. Above, the sky filled with winged birds, soaring and swooping, their songs filling the air. God blessed these creatures, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, fill the waters in the seas, and let birds multiply on the earth." The world was alive with movement and sound. God saw that it was good. Evening passed, the morning came, and the fifth day ended. On the sixth day, the Creator turned to the land once more. "Let the earth bring forth living creatures according to their kinds, livestock and creeping things and wild animals." And so it happened. Across fields and forests, deserts and valleys, animals appeared, cattle and sheep, lions and foxes, elephants and mice. Every kind of creature, each unique, each fulfilling its place on earth. God saw all of it, and it was good. Yet the world was still not complete. God had a final, crowning act in mind. He said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, the birds of the air, the livestock, all the earth, and every creeping thing." So the Lord God formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And the man became a living soul. God named him Adam. From the beginning, Adam was different from all other creatures, carrying the image and likeness of his Creator. God planted a garden in the east, in a place called Eden. It was lush and beautiful, filled with every kind of tree that was pleasing to the eye and good for food. In the midst of the garden, God placed the tree of life, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. A river flowed out from Eden, watering the garden, splitting into 4 mighty rivers that ran to the far corners of the world. God placed Adam in the garden, giving him work and purpose. He said, "You are to tend and keep the garden. From every tree you may freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, you shall not eat. For in the day that you eat from it, you shall surely die." God looked upon Adam and saw that it was not good for man to be alone. So God brought every animal and every bird before Adam, that he might name them. Adam gave names to all the livestock, the birds of the air, and every beast of the field, yet among them none was found to be a suitable companion for him. So God caused Adam to fall into a deep sleep. As he slept, God took one of Adam's ribs and closed up the flesh. From the rib, God fashioned a woman and brought her to Adam. When Adam awoke and saw her, he exclaimed with joy, "This at last is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh, she shall be called woman, for she was taken out of man." Thus, Adam and Eve, the first man and the first woman, dwelt together in the garden, sharing in the beauty and abundance of Eden. Together, they were given stewardship over all creation, to care for the plants and animals, to enjoy the fruits of the earth, and to walk in the presence of God. As the 6th day drew to a close, God looked upon all that he had made, the heavens and the earth, the stars and seas, the plants and animals, and finally, man and woman. He saw everything, and it was very good. Evening came, morning followed, and the 6th day ended. On the 7th day, God finished his work. He rested from all that he had made, not because he was weary, but to set apart a day of blessing and holiness. God blessed the 7th day and made it holy, for on it he rested from all the work of creation. So in 6 days, the heavens and the earth were completed, and all their vast array. From chaos and emptiness, God brought forth life and order. He set in motion the rhythms of time and seasons, filled the world with beauty and abundance, and placed humanity at the heart of it all, made in his own image and likeness. The story of creation is not only the tale of beginnings, but the foundation of purpose and relationship. God the Creator, sovereign and good, spoke the world into existence and called it good. He formed humanity with care, breathed life into them, and gave them a place and calling within his marvelous world. In the quiet of that first Sabbath, all creation rested under God's blessing, awaiting the unfolding of his story. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring Bible stories.